This is Dante Williams, and you're watching
Dante's
Boxing Nation.
This is Showtime Sean Porter.
Filipino Flash, Jesse Burns.
This is Al Bernstein. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Hi, I'm Sugar Ray.
Chick Shape.
Virgil the last name one.
Dante's Boxing Nation. Boom, 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 boom.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder.
My name is Gennady Golovkin.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation. I'm over here with the trainer, Virgil Hunter. How you been, man?
I've been good. Just having a little slight back problem. I don't know how that came, but one little problem turned into another major one. I've been having some spasms in my front thigh, but it's going away. No telling how it came.
Yeah, you
got to live long enough, so I'm going to have to.
Yeah, you got to watch out that cold weather out there too. I know it's cold
out there. You know what,
there.
man? That's true. I never paid much attention to it until, getting up in the morning, it's like, man. Then you realize it's cold here, so that's definitely true.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Hey, Verge, so let me ask you about the situation. Danny Jacobs, he just recently said that he was coming out there. He can't wait to train out there in Oakland at your gym, and he said he looked forward to you giving him some tips here and there. What was your thoughts about him coming out there and training out with you?
Well, Andre Rozier and I, we go way back, man. 20-something years, Curtis and Andre was 9 years old. So, he had actually mentioned it before, even before they got the fight, or even talked about it much. He had actually said, you know what, man, if this ever materialized, I'm probably going to come on out there just to give him a change of scenery, and just a different look. Sometimes that rejuvenates the fighter even more. So I think, they got a lot of that in mind, and anywhere I could be of assistance, I'd be happy to be assistance that I can be.
Yeah. Now, it's crazy, Virgil, because a lot of people, a lot of professional boxers and fans, they believe the only person or one of the only people who can really challenge Golovkin or even beat him is Andre Ward. And now Danny Jacobs, like I said, he's going to be working in your gym. I mean, when you look at Danny Jacobs' style, how much do you know Danny Jacobs personally, and do you think he can implement a lot of the stuff that Andre Ward would do in the fight with with Golovkin?
Danny's a good kid, first of all, and I do know him personally. Of course, the styles are different, and I wouldn't try to put his over on Dre and Dre's over on him. But to try to see what he does bring to the table that would be effective, in that particular fight, and know when to use his weaponry and when not to use it. And that's a mental fight, It's mental. It's not as physical. Danny can punch too. So, I mean, I don't think Triple G could afford to get careless with Danny. And give him a free shot,
Yeah.
I'd like to see him do it. Matter of fact, if I was his Danny's trainer, I would say it in a press conference, please, get bored and give us some free shots,
Yeah.
I'm not his trainer, so. But, listen, he's overcome a lot. I think, and he believes he can win, and that's the first ingredient right there. He believes he can win. And if you get that part, and you put together a plan that he believes in, and also a second plan that he believes in, you're in the fight. They're basically narrowed down to. He called me with a lucky punch or something of that nature. I don't see a dominant one-sided fight, particularly with an athlete like Jacobs. I don't think you can one-side him now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe years ago when he's a little younger, but I don't think you can just put him in a one-sided fight. I think you're going to have to really fight to beat him.
Yeah. I mean, what type of game plan? I mean, I know you can't break it down completely, but what type of game plan would you give Danny Jacobs? Would you have him on the outside boxing him? Would you have him mix it up, do a little bit of both, try to push him back? And how would you what would you basically tell him to do?
You know, that's a hard one to answer right at the second.
Mm-hmm.
But the best I could do answering at this point would, to fight to his strengths. And fight enough to your strengths where if there's any weaknesses that you have, it'll be hard to unveil them. It'll be hard to exploit them because your strengths are being so overwhelming that's what the opponent has to deal with. He's got to deal with your strength. Like we find out later, Mike Tyson, he had a lot of weaknesses, but his strengths was so
would make up for some of them, right?
Yeah, that it covered up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we've seen Triple G get hit, and I'm not a person who dislikes Triple G. I don't know him that well. Every time I see him, he's very polite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm polite by nature, especially if he hasn't done nothing to me, so I don't have anything against him at all.
Uh-huh.
But, he has weaknesses that can be exploited.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!